Forward of Wolverhampton Raúl Jiménez got injured hitting headshot with Arsenal back David Luiz. During the broadcast of the match, a crackling sound was difficultly heard. At first I didn't understand what was the source of it, but a moment later everything was clear. Doctors spent about 10 minutes giving first aid the Mexican forward. After that, they had to carry him away on a stretcher, at the same time connecting the player to an oxygen mask. It was very creepy. It turned out that the football player had a skull fracture. Therefore, it was necessary to act immediately. Jimenez was immediately taken to a local hospital, where he underwent urgently surgery. Raúl is alright. Raúl is okay after yesterday's surgery he had in a London hospital. Jimenez will be under medical supervision for several days until he's getting better. We ask that Raúl and his family be left alone. New information will be provided at the appropriate time, the press service of the Wolves reports. It remains only to wish the forward an early recovery. Such an injury can be fatal for a football player in his role. In 2017, halfback Ryan Mason got a similar injury after which he couldn't recover. He had to finish his professional football career at the age of 26. We hope that such a fate will bypass Jimenez and he will continue to score goals to opposing teams. Cavani got a lot of hate for his Instagram post and he risked being difficult for several matches. being disqualified for several matches. After the comeback against the Manchester United forward replied to the congratulation in the stores with the phrase "Gracias, Negrito," rephrasing in plain language "Thank you, Darky." The phrase didn't imply anything mortifying in itself, but the Uruguayan received a huge amount of hate, something like "you're racist" and so forth. But somebody knows that in Latin America such words are common there and they aren't offensive. My post after Sunday's match was meant to be a gentle greeting to a friend with thanks for his congratulations. The last thing I wanted was to offend someone. I am completely against racism and deleted this post as soon as it was explained to me that it could be interpreted as something else. I would like to sincerely apologize for that, said Cavani. Frankly speaking, the FA and England don't care about that. They have already begun a check, as a result of which the Uruguayan can be disqualified and moreover get a fine. Strange Britain, of course. Few football federations are so concerned about the problem of racism that sometimes it comes to completely absurd. Is also fine fellow, he should have understood that in the modern world no one encourages such outgivings. But all the same, he posted a story. I don't blame him. Friends often say bollocks to each other, so I completely remove any guilt from him. It remains to get FA and the question is closed. But I would like the situation to be resolved with as few problems as possible for the Uruguayan. Don't you think so? By the way, I see a karmic trace here. One, Suarez called it Avra Negrita, and as a result, he was given 10 disqualifications matches and a serve penalty. Manchester was opposed to the Uruguayans, and now their footballer is in the same situation. This is karma. Football super agent Jorge Mendes can help Barcelona and Leo Messi. He can help them acquire one of the most desired footballer for the Catalans, Lautaro Martinez. The Argentine forward decided not to renew his contract with the Milan club and expect to find a place for him even in such a difficult situation. We informed you about this yesterday. The portal Don Balon knew that Barcelona still wants to acquire Martinez, and the club's management believes that a good relationship with the Portuguese agent will help them to achieve their goal. Blaugrana's captain Lionel Messi also dreamed of seeing Lautaro defending the colors of the Catalan club, and that could make the transfer gears spin faster. Finally, it will lead to the sale of the Argentinian to Barcelona. The main obstacle may be the price that Inter asked for. According to the source, it will amount to at least 115 million, which is just unreal in the context of the coronavirus crisis. Certainly, we have heard a lot of times that Nerazzurri isn't going to part with their valuable asset cheaply, but I could not even imagine such a price as 150 million. Due to this point of view, Barcelona have no chance of transferring Lautaro. In general, there is no club in the world which can spend so much money on one football player. It is clear that the Milan club is against the departure of their star, but 150 million is too much. They can screw up badly because of their greed. Well, Martinez will play another season for Inter. What's next? He will have only a year until the contract ends, and then he will have to be sold urgently so as not to let him go for free. I mean, there is a demand for Lautaro now, and if a footballer does not want to continue his career in the club, he needs to be shaken off, otherwise it will only get worse. Will Messi stay at Barcelona or go to Manchester City? This question worried the whole world's football community. Recently, there have been many rumors about the captain of the Blaugrana. A lot of people decide that the Argentinian, as a result of disagreements within the club and the Spanish treasury, has already booked an air ticket to Manchester for the beginning of July. You remember how Leo said that he was tired, the bank of chaos of all the problems at Barcelona. As you can see, it is a strong evidence that Messi was going to leave the Catalans. As you know, serious changes are coming in the club. Now there is an election campaign for everyone who wants to become the president of Blaugrana. There's Victor Font, Toni Freixa, Joan Laporta and a lot of other candidates have revealed their desire to lead the Catalans project. In particular, I'd like to talk about Laporta. The club's fans still remember those good times when Joan was the president of Barcelona. Under his raging talents such as Busquets, Thiago and even Messi were found. In those days, Barcelona was considered a lethal force. Therefore, the sympathy of many fans of Blue Garnet is shown not to populists like Font and Freixa, but to Laporta. Recently, Radio Marca rolled out an insider that Messi, in a personal conversation with Joan Laporta, told the Messi that he wants to stay at the club, but it may change in a few months. This change, it seems to me, depends on whether Laporta will head the club or not. In short, only the arrival of a Catalan functionary will make the Barcelona captain stay in the team. Otherwise, Leo will be forced to look for a new club. Two European giants are preparing a top exchange of players. Turin Juventus and French Paris Saint-Germain plan to swap DIBALA on Icardi, Calcio Mercato writes. According to the source, the likelihood of such a move will increase as the Bianconeri forward refused to renew his contract, which ends in 2022. As for Maura, it just didn't succeed in Paris. At first he even showed a good game, but a serious injury knocked the Argentine out of action for a long time. As a result, he lost his place in the starting lineup. The situation with DIBALA is a little different. The new head coach of Juventus, PIRLO, put the Argentine on the bench. The player was malcontent with this decision of the Italian specialist and even intended to start right, but the club bosses solved this problem in time. Recently, there was a rumor that Pirlo doesn't talk with his players about tactics and other matters. That is the reason why DIBALA and a number of the players don't understand what they need to do on the field. They believe that the coach should talk to his player and not push such aspects on his assistants. Eventually, the Argentinian was again dissatisfied with the action of the head coach. All this affects the player himself. He no longer likes to play for Juventus and therefore he is thinking about leaving the team. So I should say that the fact of the exchange of DIBALA-Icardi looks quite nice. Both players will have the opportunity to start from scratch and the teams will become stronger with these top players. It looks like a great way to win, isn't it? Personally, I will definitely not pass up the chance to see Paula in a Parisian t-shirt and Icardi in a Juventus t-shirt. What do you think about this? Write in the comments. So I shake your hand and say goodbye till tomorrow. By the way, in order not to miss our meetings, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. My name is Kirill Cast and this was your daily dose of football.